Porsche Cayenne Turbo S, and Mercedes ML63 AMG, two monsters for the road and more. With over 1,000 horses between them, they can turn any gravel pit into a bomb crater. The horsepower escalation produces some extremes, and these two must head the list. They weigh 2 tons but hurtle from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds or less. Great hunks faster than many a sports car. The car industry must be crazy. We wanted to know, does the world really need luxury SUVs with over 500 HP? 503 horsepower from 6.2 liters cubic capacity, the ML63 consumes more fuel on tick over than some cars at speed, but then it does cost under 100,000 euros. The Porsche is considerably more expensive. 2 turbochargers boost the 4.5-liter V8 engine to 514 horsepower. On full throttle, it would suck a tanker dry. The sound is addictive. A gentle V8 burble? No way. The Porsche trumpets like a herd of angry elephants. You change gear by Tiptronic or select automatic, not much difference. 720 Newton meters of torque mean plenty of pull at any speed. Suspension and steering are typical Porsche with no weaknesses. The 2.5-tonner is nippy and relaxed in the bends. Even at top speed, you feel cradled in Abraham's bosom, a dangerous illusion. That's the 6-liter sound. Rather than use a compressor, AMG chose a normally aspirated engine for the ML63, and it responds like greased lightning, 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. This car warps the space-time continuum. A speed limiter kicks in at 155, reasonable enough, or otherwise the Colossus would leave enough wake to blow more cars into the ditch. But perhaps it's also in the interests of self-preservation, because the ML is no match for the Porsche when it comes to agility. The steering and suspension aren't bad, but just don't have the precision of the Cayenne. The Porsche scores points on tarmac, but what's it like off the road? Really a hypothetical question, because who besides us is going to tear along rough tracks in a car costing 100,000 euros? Clearly, buyers of such vehicles are looking less for off-road qualities, more for design. The AMG looks big, brawny, and a bit of a brute. Large grills at the front scoop up the air and provide appropriate amount of prestige in the fast lane. The ML silhouette is dynamic, at least for its size. 19-inch light alloy wheels distinguish the AMG from its weaker siblings. Discreet it is not. Armed with the AMG emblem, the ML is a show-off. The massive rear end also conveys the He-Man message. Both cars managed to bridge the gap between sports car and off-roader thanks to air suspension. Down for the roads, up for the bumps. Seen from the front, the Cayenne looks a bit like a jacked-up 911, except for the giant air intakes, just made to scoop up dawdlers. Opinions differ on the design of the Porsche, but in the meantime, it comes to be accepted as a member of the Porsche family. Not many people will have time to read the lettering. Once the 2 turbochargers have picked up, the gas guzzler quickly disappears over the horizon. Typical Porsche. The ignition lock on the left and overlapping round instruments. The equipment is a plus point. At nearly 120,000 euros, navigation system, tire pressure control, and heated seats are thrown in. The interior of the ML makes a better impression. The navigation system unfortunately costs extra, but the leather seats are part of the AMG package. How's that for decadence? 2 luxury SUVs get the full mud pack treatment. The ML shows how it's done. In off-road mode, it pumps itself up to nearly 10 inches ground clearance, extra low ratio, and lockable diff center and rear cost an extra €2,000. But with all that torque, the Mercedes has little difficulty on hills. The AMG also copes well with uneven terrain. A safety plus on steep downhill slopes, the brakes are controlled automatically. The driver can concentrate fully on steering and takes his foot off the pedal. Not a bad demonstration, but in tough conditions, the Mercedes would soon come up against its limits without low ratio and lockable diffs. Porsche's off-road package is more comprehensive, air suspension giving a ground clearance of nearly 11 inches, low ratio, and locking central diff. So the Cayenne keeps going even on steep slopes. Its long legs even out almost any bumps, but the Porsche driver gets no downhill assistance. A foot on the brake pedal is called for. Taken as a whole, the Cayenne is superior on or off the road. The engine of the ML63 is a real treat. The finish is excellent. Only the suspension and steering can give one goose pimples. The Cayenne Turbo S has the edge on and off the road, but it costs €20,000 more and is significantly thirstier. Does the world need 500 horsepower off-road vehicles? The honest answer is no. They're superfluous, environmentally unfriendly, and totally unreasonable. But as so often is in life, that's just what makes them such fun.